Gather close, for I have a tale to share. A story that has lived on through the centuries, echoing the legacy of power, defiance, and betrayal. This is the tale of Queen Dode Akaabi, a woman whose reign was marked by strength and reform, yet ended in a fate as tragic as it was unjust. In the early 17th century, a child was born to the noble Awutu people, a child destined for greatness. Her name was Dode Akaabi, and from the moment she entered this world, the winds of fate seemed to guide her steps. Raised amidst warriors and wise elders, her mind was sharpened by their counsel, preparing her for the leadership she was to one day claim. When she married King Mampong Okai, the ruler of the Ga people, Dode Akaabi was not content to simply stand beside him. Upon his death, she did not take a passive role. No, she took control, ascending to the position of Queen Mother of the Ga state. She ruled from the heart of Accra with an unyielding strength, her authority unmatched. A reign of boldness and reform. But Queen Dode Akaabi was not like the rulers who came before her. She was fearless and unafraid to challenge tradition. Under her reign, the laws of the land were rewritten to protect the weak, particularly women. She decreed that any man who mistreated his wife or daughter would face severe punishment. She pushed for women's rights, encouraging them to learn trades, manage their own wealth, and even rise to positions of power. Her reforms brought women to the royal court and granted them seats at the table of power. But power always breeds opposition, and the noblemen, who had long ruled without consequence, began to fear her strength. Whispers of discontent spread through the court, and those who had once celebrated her leadership now conspired against her. As her reign continued, the tension between Queen Dode Akaabi and her detractors grew. Her laws became stricter, her punishments harsher. Though many remained loyal to her, there were others, those who had flourished under the old system, who plotted her downfall in the shadows. Rather than challenge her openly, these enemies whispered in secret, sowing doubt among the people. They branded her a tyrant, accused her of being too harsh, too unforgiving, and slowly the once loyal subjects began to question her. One night, as darkness cloaked the land, the trap was set. Queen Dode Akaabi, the mighty ruler who had once commanded respect, was seized by those she had trusted most, her own council of elders. They claimed that she had become a danger to the people and that her rule had grown too oppressive. But this was not justice. No, this was born of fear. Fear of a woman who refused to bow to the men who had once ruled with impunity. And so, bound and helpless, she was led away, not to exile nor to a warrior's death, but to a fate far crueler. What happened next is difficult to bear. In the heart of the city, on the very ground that had seen kings rise and fall, a grave was prepared. But this was no ordinary grave. It was a pit, deep and unyielding, carved not for the dead, but for the living. The people gathered in silence as their queen was lowered into the earth. Some wept quietly, others stood motionless, fear sealing their lips. The first handfuls of soil rained down, but Queen Dode Akaabi did not cry out. She did not beg, she did not plead. Instead, she lifted her gaze to the crowd, her eyes burning with defiance, as if to say, "Mark this moment well, for history will remember." And there, in the depths of that cold, dark pit, Queen Dode Akaabi was buried alive, her spirit forever woven into the land she had once ruled. Years passed, rulers came and went, but no one could erase the memory of the woman who had wielded power with unwavering strength. Some say she never truly left, that on certain nights, when the wind stirs through the streets of Accra, a whisper lingers in the air, soft yet unmistakable. For though her enemies betrayed her, though they sought to silence her, Queen Dode Akaabi lives on in the stories of her people.